Well, Josh, I know we expected to see you last month in Miami, but I guess a little setback on your end. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I guess how's, you know, if it was something on your end, how's physically, how you feeling now? And I guess is this maybe best case scenario because this card in general seems bigger in the eyes of fans, so maybe more eyeballs on your fight.
Yeah, like I said, everything happened for a reason, and right now, bro, I'm 100% ready to go, and I get a better poster as well, so that's a bonus.
Has it felt like you've been preparing for Tatsuro for a long time now? Because obviously you guys were booked years ago when you guys were still on the rise, and then booked for Miami, and now booked for Newark. Has it just felt like one long preparation for this guy in your mind?
Well, the first time they booked us, it was kind of like a short notice for me, so I didn't really have time to like prepare for him. But yeah, now it's like what I got 12 weeks. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's a long camp for him.
I mean, we're used to seeing you fight like on before you got the title fight. It was like every month or every other month you were fighting, and then obviously Pantoja, and then another kind of longer layoff in your mind. Mm-hmm. Have these longer camps been beneficial for you, or do you miss those quick turnarounds that you were on the rise for?
Now that we have like a longer camp, like I have time to recover and stuff like that. So we really have time to. Work on more techniques and recovery as well. So my body is like, I think I'm getting stronger and things like that. Yeah.
Was there fear that maybe they would try to keep Taira on that Miami card for an interim fight, or were you hoping that they would just kind of keep this matchup and just kind of change the date?
Nah, man. When Hunter called me, man, I wanted. I was like, yeah, I wanted like the next month. Just give me like a couple more weeks and. We can run it, and you know what I mean. Shout out to Hunter and the UFC for rescheduling it like a lot sooner. You know what I mean.
What do you make of his skill set as a whole? Because just from the outside looking in, he has a very maybe unorthodox takedowns. Like he has that back mount that he kind of drags people down. He uses his weight really well. He says on the countdown he has better jiu-jitsu than you, and that's where he can probably shine. So I guess where do you make of his skill set as a whole?
Yeah. I think he's a well-rounded guy. He everybody know him from his ground, but he do have a little bit of striking too, And like most of his fight, man, I don't know why people are dumb and trying to take him down, Like I think that's the mistake that they make, If he's better than you on the ground, then why, trying to go to his game and things like that. So come Saturday night, I'm gonna make him play my game, and if we go to the ground, then we beat him there too.
And how's life been for you outside of camp and fighting? Because obviously, for years we talked about, you wanted to get your flag, and then you got your flag, and now you're representing your country. Now you have the belt. So I guess how's life been on this journey compared to when you were originally on the rise?
Life is great, man. I always see myself as a champion anyway, so it's nothing new, man.
Good luck on Saturday, man.
Thank you.
Do you believe the fight against Ray Saruya prepared you for the fight against Tatsuro at all?
Yeah, every fight prepared me for this moment. I think Tatsuro and Ray Saruya is two completely different fighters. So right now, man, it's just Tatsuro. Yeah.
And then if you do get past this test, do you believe that Pantoja is next, the winner of Horiguchi Cop, or maybe Lonnie Kavanaugh is next? Who would you like to face?
After I beat Tatsuro, that's going to be the UFC to decide who I fight next.
Josh over here. How do you see that Manel Cop Kyoji Horiguchi fight going?
I don't know, man. Right now I got Tatsuro on my mind, so let them do their thing, and one day we can run it.
And last thing for me, have you heard anything about Pantoja, from Pantoja, just regarding his injury, timeline for return or anything?
Nothing. None other than what he posed or something, Yeah.
Josh, right over here. This is the first title fight between two fighters born after the year 2000. What does it mean to be part of something so historic in the UFC?
It feels familiar. This is not the first time I fought the guy that was born in the 2000. You know, this is the second time. It just happened to be so that we fight for a title, and you know, 2 Asian guy as well. So it's gonna be great for the Asian community.
Do you think this is the biggest fight for the Asian community in UFC history?
Yeah, for sure. You know, the two Asian male fight. This is the first time 2 Asian male fight for a title, right? So
I would believe
yeah,
so.
for sure.
What has it meant to you to be able to grow the name of the 4-ounce Fight Club? We've started to see guys over there start to grow their own names, start to carve out their own path, but you're kind of the one that was first on the scene to really make a name for yourself.
Yeah, man, it feel great. You know, shout out to Daniel Pineda was the first one to make it to the UFC, you know, from Houston. But it's always the coaches, you know what I mean? And shout out to my teammate too, you know. They push, like we push every day, you know, because we have a lot of fighters over there, so every day is kind of like a fight camp. Yeah.
I've seen people still kind of berating you in the comments for the way you won the title, even though, like you said, Pantoja should have just fell the right way.
Yeah.
Does it annoy you at all, or are you kind of just over it and just kind of block out all that negative energy?
Man, I love it, you know, right? It kept me up there. It kept me out there, so you know what I mean? It got people talking, so I think that's a good thing.
Just curious, Joshua. I know, like on this run to the title, you've really prided yourself as the guy who's always active and make quick turnarounds and stuff. And I know you said your team kind of had to convince you not to fight in the previous month. Like, how challenging was that for you, just knowing that that's your mindset? Like, you show up no matter what.
Yeah, you know, the UFC Noche and then even the Pantoja fight, like I fought with injury, you know what I mean? So it was not new to me, but I guess the coaches, you know, my training. If Daniel Pineda say no is crazy. You know how Daniel Pineda is. You know, he never want to pull out fight. So I guess he see something that he don't really like.
Is that like important to kind of have those people around you to maybe stop you when you want to go a little bit? Because obviously you're still very young and you want to have a long career, and the decisions you make now could impact the long term.
Yeah, man, I always believe in my coach. So whatever they tell me, is what I do. Yes, sir.
First and foremost, Joshua, big fan of your work. Appreciate what you do. I also want to apologize for the jersey. You can't knock the colors, though.
Yeah, the color is great, but come on, Ronaldo.
My boy Calvin's a Ronaldo guy,
Let's
too.
go.
Can you dispel the myth or the fact, I heard in an interview, that you literally just seen like a McGregor fight or something like very recent, and you've only been training or mat time like 5 years? Is that true? Has it been longer than that? Can you talk about that?
Yeah, you know, I don't know what MMA was, you know, until Conor versus Mayweather. And I think, was it 2018 or something? That's when I first walked into the gym, but it was like not a fight gym, you know, it was like a family, like, you know, fitness gym type of thing. And then 2020, that's when I met a real MMA coach that, you know what I mean, that trained me, stuff like that. So yeah, I start training MMA 2020.
And what can you attribute reaching your champion status by? Is it your drive, your ambition, your heart, instilled from your parents? Can you speak on that?
Yeah, it was the belief in myself, right? And you know, my auntie is a big part of my life, because when I first told him that I want to fight, she already talked to me as I was a world champion, and I haven't even start the training. You know, she was like, start watching interviews and all this other stuff, so that one day when you become a champion, you know how to talk in front of people and things like that. So shout out to my auntie. You know, yeah.
Joshua, just, you know, you and Tatsuro are not quite the same types of personalities as the guys we have in the main event. How have you found kind of the whole build up to this card, and what do you make of Sean and Hamzat's carry on?
Yeah, I don't know about the main event, but you know, I just have Tatsuro on my mind, and yeah, I'm just excited for the fight day.
Has this week been any different? Like, obviously, I know that those guys have this big security and everything. Have you noticed anything like around the hotel that it's been a a different week, or that there's been sort of hyped up security and all of that?
Nah, I feel the same to me. Yeah, I don't feel no different.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, thank you.